welcome to Ogre. This is going to be a review for Undernauts Labyrinth of Yomi. And what we're going to be looking at here is we're going to be looking at the major themes, talking about the game and what it is, and ultimately you can decide whether or not this is the type of game that you would enjoy. And so the things you see first in the review, as always, are the things that you'll probably experience the most of and are the most important. And then we'll go on to slightly lesser themes and more of my thoughts having played the game. So what we're looking at here is a 3D, four-direction, up, down, left, right dungeon crawl. And so, yes, it feels very old school. The Wizardry games are about as old as I am. And this, while the graphics are prettier, it doesn't really strive for anything too different from what we had decades ago. You're exploring a dungeon, you're part of a crew that is going to different, deeper depths, and the dungeon exploration is the bulk of the game. You're going to be wandering around with your group of characters and random encounters, boss fights, running into walls, constructing new walls. That kind of thing is what this game is really about. And character creation, I enjoyed the character creation for this one. You've got 8 different classes to choose from. You start off with a couple of different ability score mixes for those classes, and then you can, I think those are your jobs. And then you get a little item that will modify your stats even more. So character creation is pretty good. It's varied enough to where you can mix and match without too much of a penalty. You can obviously still play the game, but there are mixes and matches that are probably more appropriate than others. The good thing about it all is the cosmetics, how your character looks, is completely up to you in the sense that you choose the image, but the character creation doesn't allow you to tweak those images beyond a couple of different selections. So the character creation, just like the 2D sprite that you see there, that's what it is. It's just a couple of stats with the job class. Your job class determines your skills and abilities as you go through the game. And level up. Leveling up and grinding is really what you're going to be doing, most of this game. And that if you enjoy that process, if you enjoy the process of increasing stats and getting more powerful and getting new skills and doing that, then you will enjoy this game. It has that aspect to it. And honestly, I put this before story for that reason, because the story is just really the coding that kind of goes over the leveling up, the grinding, and going forth with that. If you like that process, you're going to really like this game. There is some strategy, and especially with some of the boss fights and stuff, but the majority of the process of this game, you're just going to be grinding, leveling up, getting experience, new skills. The story, it's serviceable. What I don't like is the fact that the port did not get an English track, no English dialogue. It did do translation, so there is English text, but I feel like there's a pretty big disservice to the community as far as the people playing it for the North American release whenever a company decides to port over something without the option for an English dialogue track. I always feel like you're getting something a little bit lesser in that regard. Not to say that it doesn't have its place, and not to say that I don't appreciate the fact that it has been ported, but I do believe that for me it's always, to not be able to get that part, that spoken dialogue that was originally in the other track, in the other game in the other country for their language. I always feel like that's kind of a distractor, but that's what you're getting. You're getting a story with English text, no English dialogue. And my final thoughts, if you like strategy games, and I'm glad that this one's out there, it's okay. It's very old school in how it feels. You're not really, it's not very action oriented because it's all turn based. but I do feel like I'm glad that it's out there, and I'm glad it has a place in the PS3. I enjoy these type of games for a while, more so than some other higher quality, more expensive games, and so I'm glad it has a place in the PS5. If you think those things that you like, as far as the leveling up, the turn-based combat, the dungeon exploration, if you like those things, you'll probably like this game. And if not, or if you choose to play it or not play it, I hope this Ogre review helped you make the decision. And as always, take care and see you soon.